welcome to another money morning routine. All right, so I just got done filling out my monthly meal plan. So far this month, let's see, we're on the 13th, which is this Monday. I've eaten out 4 times. That's not, out of 13 days, it's not great. It's not extremely bad. It's just, it is what it is. I was proud of myself. Last week, I was able to do all my dinners at home. 2 of those days were leftovers, but hey, I'm counting it a win. And then last night, instead of going out with friends, we invited people here and just made things here at home. We did steaks and salad. People brought different things, kind of like a potluck style, but we did that last night. There are so many things that I know I need to get done. Number one, I need to prep my monthly budget category breakdown. Because we're around the middle of the month, my November budget calendar is done, but now I need to start thinking about prepping the rest of my workbook to close out and look at October at the end of the month, or at the end of my tracking period. So I need to get that done today. Another thing, while we're on that subject of things I need to get done, I need to do my November budget calendar, but I want to do it in a unique way. I might even, in fact, use a couple of different budget pages, one doing kind of a mock-up, the other one a finalized version. The reason being is, so I've been working on what sinking funds I'm going to have in 2026. And one of the things that I had mentioned was, I thought maybe, usually I start saving for all of my different sinking funds in January. What if I started saving for them in November and giving myself a couple extra months to save? Now, is it a huge, huge difference? No. However, though, if I'm already in like the habit of what I need to do for saving for 2026 before I hit 2026, I feel like for me in a lot better way. At least I'll have a plan and know exactly what I'm doing before I get there. So here's what I'm thinking. When I create my November budget, I want to work in these sinking funds. And do I have what it looks like in my budget as far as, am I going to have to tweak some other things in my budget? Absolutely. I know for a fact when I start adding these back in, this money that I've been saving for my dream account for ducks and planting an orchard next year will change. Because if you look in October, my October budget, I was able to put $703 towards that dreams account. Well, obviously, if I'm adding in all these different sinking funds, that's going to be replaced with these. So I need to just look and see what my budget would look like for November if I added these in. Do I have to start now? No. But why not? Why not start working them in? Why not figuring out that plan before 2026 hits? I really think I want to do that. So that's something I want to do as well. And then my November budget will be done. So let's go over to my spending because I have a lot of spending going on. It's been a while since I've done a Monday morning routine video. So this is my expense tracker. Now I do need to get updated with my highlighting. So I have all my highlighters here, but I had a couple of different things come out. I had my Bake From Scratch subscription. Now, Bake From Scratch is a magazine that I love getting. I also get all of their cookbooks. I love their recipes for baking. It's a magazine subscription. The $59.95 is, I believe, for 2 years. And it's not a monthly magazine. It comes out like every 3 months or something like that. I can't remember, but it's like quarterly or something like that. Box truck, here's the thing. This should have been a business expense. It's $28. I'm not going to worry about it. I didn't even think about it when I did it. But I ended up buying the tabs for the box truck for our warehouse with a check from my personal checkbook rather than my business checkbook. Totally fine. I will let my accountant know I did that, but it's $28. I'm not worried about it. HBO Max, got some gas, and then Peloton came out. So I need to go ahead and get updated on the highlighting of this. All right, now let's get into my cash expense tracker because that's where a lot of my damage, you can see my food envelope is like busting at the seams. I also had a lot of change in my wallet, so I'm going to set that aside. Now, I get asked a lot, Miko, I spend with cash for my variable spending, but I round up to the nearest dollar when I do that. What do I do with my change? All of this change I save in a jar. when it gets full, usually at the end of the year, towards the end of the year, I'll bring down my bank, all my coins, okay, all my change, and I'll make contributions into my children's 529 college investment accounts. That's what I do with it. In fact, this is how I kind of started saving when I first started, single mom, $77,000 in debt. I had a really, really tight budget. I didn't have the discretionary income in my budget to save. So I started by saving my change. That's actually how my son's 529 started. It started, almost over 12 years ago now, and it has over $80,000 in it now. And he just turned 13. So small amounts add up. And it's the habit. It's the habit. But let's go ahead and look at, oh my gosh, all of my different spending. Now we're going to do my food envelope last. I know I didn't spend anything from household, so I still have 40 there. I spent money from fun. I believe I did, so I'm going to put that aside. Miscellaneous, I didn't spend anything from that. I still have my 50. Pets, I still have my 50. And beauty, I still have my 50, which is going to change because I'm going to be going to get a pedicure here soon. So fun, let's do that one first since there's only one receipt for that. We went to Green Bluff and did the pumpkin patch with Dante, and I ended up spending $91 there for pumpkins. Yes, you can see it's 69 cents a pound there, literally all from pumpkins. Pretty crazy. I also have a 5 in there. So 5, 6, 7, 8. I have $8 left. So I'm going to round my spending to 92, but I'm not going to put this back in there because I'm going to use that 5 for my $5 challenge. So, and I did this on, it was 10, 11. I'm just going to say Green Bluff minus 92, leaving me 8. And then today is the 13th, $5 challenge minus 5, leaving me $3. Okay, receipt. I can even scan a receipt like this in the Fetch Rewards. So put that aside. Got my 5 for my $5 challenge. Set that aside because that's going to go into my $5 challenge jar. Okay, so let's write these two expenses on my expense tracker before I forget. So now technically, as I'm looking at this, even though I took it from my fun envelope, I mean, are pumpkins a holiday expense? I would say it's more of a fun activity for my family. It's more of a fall activity. I mean, if it was directly related to Halloween, I might do it, but I'm going to keep it under fun. It was just a thought I just had. All right, and wrote down my savings challenge. Let's go ahead and move, gosh dang it, to my food. Oh my gosh. It's like ripping and everything. Like it is a mess. It is an absolute disaster. I got a Chipotle receipt in there. I got a Jimmy John's receipt in there. And it's just a mess. And you know, I'm thinking as I'm looking at this, I think there's I got something else. I can't remember, and I didn't grab a receipt. But first, let's count how much cash I have left in my food envelope. $488 is what I have. So write that down before I forget. So $488. All right, so let's do Chipotle first. So 10.9. And you can see at Chipotle, I ended up spending $36.15. So I'm going to round up to 37. So Chipotle minus 37. Oh my gosh, look. The one right before that was Chipotle for 37. That is funny. So that's no, this can't be 488. This has to be something else. Hold on a minute. Let me count this again. Oh, sorry. Okay, that's the issue. I'm like 388. 470. Okay. Oh, it's too early to do math. Okay, so 388 or count money, obviously. All right. So got Chipotle in there. Let's do Jimmy John's. And Jimmy John's was done on 10/8. So I'm just going to put Jimmy. And I spent $29.05. So I'm going to do minus 30. Now, here's where I know I have $388 left in my food envelope. I'm at $4.70 right now after subtracting Chipotle. That's a difference of $82, not $30. That's what I'm saying. I can't remember. I don't know if it was when we went up to Green Bluff and I bought money out of my food, or I bought food out of my food envelope, which is probably what I'm thinking I did. And I didn't have a receipt because I technically $4.70, like I said, to $3.88 is $82, not $30. So I'm going to write that down because I believe that's what I did. Okay, so that's $4.40. And yes, I do have a calculator over here off to the side. I'm calculator dependent. Okay, so now we have $3.88 left. So 10, I'm just going to put 10, 11. I'm just going to say food because I can't remember the exact place or whatnot. Let me double count this again. So $3.88. Okay, minus $52. Okay, so another thing, and by the way, all of this started with this Chipotle receipt that I'm keeping track of that because I need to write down my expense tracker. We also need to pull out all these fives for my $5 challenge. So 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 are going to my $5 challenge. So I'm going to write that down on here as well. So I should have 368, put all these in. So now, I mean, not a bad day for my $5 challenge. 5, 10, 15, 20, $25 towards that. That's a good day. I'm going to recount this just to double check. I have 368. I really want to get rid of all of these ones. I'll talk about that here in just a second, but I'm going to set this aside. Okay, scan this receipt in the Fetch Rewards. I need to write down now all of these transactions starting with Chipotle here. So this is going to take a second. All right, so all of that is there. I want to talk about this really, really quickly. So I don't want all these ones. Let's count how many ones I have. So I have 20 ones right there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take, so I want to save for my hidden objects savings challenge today. I have a 10 in my hidden objects savings challenge envelope. I'm going to replace the 10 that was in this envelope and take 10 of these ones to put back in the envelope to replace that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That way my food envelope isn't so bulky. I don't care if my hidden objects envelope is bulky. I'm exchanging that out. All right, so now my food cash is a little lighter. I wish I had another 10 in there, but I don't. Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh, my poor broken food envelope. All right, so that's done. So all of my cash spending has been updated and is done. I need to go through and now highlight all of this. All of my spending is updated. Now let's talk about wanting to save for my hidden objects. So my hidden objects, I'll just show you. So I'm doing this, one of the savings challenges out of my Savings Challenge Volume 1 book. And the one I'm working on, like I said, is called Hidden Challenges, or Hidden Objects. Here we go. I was supposed to save $27, but I'm actually just going to put a new column here. I was supposed to save 27. I only said 10 for that one. So now today I wanted to find all the different flamingos and do those ones. Now I will go in and color all of these. I'll have to find out, maybe I'll do this tomorrow after I go in and find all the animals. I need to go and find all the animals first. And then you can see I have a little key, like how much each animal is worth. So if I find like 10 toucans and you multiply that by 1, so I have a little key here. Yes, I didn't save all I needed to for koala, but that's okay. Anyways, I'm working on this challenge, so maybe I'll do that tomorrow after I find all the animals. But essentially, that's all I have going on for my money morning routine.